The right wing is now fear-mongering about furries during school board meetings. If you don't believe me, well, why don't we go to this video of one Michigan mom who is terrified about the existence of litter boxes in the school bathrooms. Let's watch.
I want to talk about the fact that, and I know this is going on nationwide, so it is not just for this board, but our community needs to understand that the agenda that is being pushed through our schools is, just my opinion, but somewhat nefarious when it comes to some of the activities. So let's talk about furries. It was addressed by a child a couple months ago that they are put in an environment where there are kids that identify as a furry, a cat or a dog, whatever. And so yesterday I heard that at least one of our schools in our town has in one of the unisex bathrooms, a litter box for the kids that identify as cats. And I am really disturbed by that. And I will do some more investigation on that. I know it's going on nationwide. I know it is. It's part of the agenda that's being pushed. I don't even want to understand it.
Okay, we need to provide affordable childcare, and we need to get mothers back to work. As they sit there idle, like they don't have much to do, they're getting trolled now. Like someone's trolling this mom. And apparently this isn't the only case. This is happening across the country where moms are genuinely under the impression that schools are putting litter boxes in the unisex bathroom so students who identify as cats can urinate in that. Like, did she stop to really think about this? She knows it's happening. She knows it's happening.
She knows.
She knows.
And it's going nationwide. She's just trying to inform.
It's nationwide.
She's trying to inform everyone.
And it's just her opinion that it's nefarious. That it's a nefarious thing that's happening.
Yeah, well, is there? Now it could be non-nefarious. Maybe there are kids who are cats who need a litter box, but it's her opinion that it's nefarious. As I saw the clock ticking next to her, I thought, give her more time. I can't wait to hear more theories. So look, if you're gonna go on camera and you think it's going nationwide, wouldn't you want to get like one or two pieces of confirmation before you go and say that publicly? Like, especially on something so outrageous. Like if someone told me, oh yeah, people are down cats and then they need litter boxes in the schools, and the administrators have given them litter boxes so they can peacefully be cats or dogs, I would say, that seems unlikely. Like, do you have an Associated Press story on it? Do you have a Reuters story? Is there something else on it? No, she just heard it from someone and she's like, I'm running with it. And by the way, I'm gonna layer on that it might be nefarious. Of course that's not true. Of course that's not true.
If you are so certain, go into the bathroom and see if there's actually a litter box.
Oh, by the way, thank you, Anna.
Like my mom, like if someone called my mom up and was like, yo, this little liberal school that you're sending your kids to, litter boxes in the bathrooms. You know what my mom would do? First of all, she'd be smart enough to not believe it. But like my mom would follow through on things. She'd be like, oh really? She would go to the school, walk into the bathroom and be like, no litter box, end of story, I'm gone. Like,
but she'd bring a rolling pin with her in case there was trouble.
She would definitely bring the rolling pin. Don't get me wrong, I had a strict mom and she came correct every PTA meeting, every student teacher conference, whatever, she was always there. And she asked the questions, but the important thing is, before she lost it, and there were moments where my mom lost it over decisions made by the educators or whatever, she would do a thorough investigation before embarrassing herself.
Yeah.
Like, come on, lady, I'm sure you're a nice woman, and I'm sure you're genuinely concerned about the safety and welfare of your children, but just do a little bit of an investigation before you do this. Anyway, so, but by the way, you think she's bad. The Michigan Republican Party co-chair, Michonne Maddock, believed her and posted on Facebook posted on Facebook that they need to do something about this, that this is insane. You know, I can't believe that they're encouraging students to be furries. None of this is happening.
Well, I got really good news for them though. They did do something about it. There are no litter boxes left. You can just go check in the bathrooms in the schools. The litter boxes have all been taken away. By the way, they would really believe that. They'd be like, we got them. You see that? We took action and it made a difference. They took away all the litter boxes. They were never there, you schmucks. They were never there.
The school superintendent was even forced to issue a statement in response to this whole controversy. Let me read you Michael Sherrow's quote. "It is unconscionable that this afternoon I am sending this communication. However, our Midland PS stakeholders may be confused about a false message/accusation that has resurfaced this week and is gaining traction in the social media realm. Let me be clear in this communication, there is no truth whatsoever to this false statement/accusation. There have never been litter boxes within MPS schools."
I mean, this is what America has devolved to. That is, there are actual Republican politicians, not just randos going to school board meetings, who are saying, I demand the litter boxes be removed and that kids stop being cats. Because in their mind, that's what liberals want. That's what we're doing every day. We're all picking different animals.
We're not done.
Okay.
We're not even done. You guys might think, look, you're being unfair. Here's like one mother who's, a little panicky. This isn't. No, it's happening in other states as well. Another conservative mom asked about this in a Minnesota school board meeting. Another topic many parents would like addressed are furries. Why are kids being allowed to dress up like animals in our schools? This Minnesota mom said. They're being allowed to growl and bark at their teachers. They're allowed to wear leashes and collars and tails and they just bark. But God forbid a kid wears a Trump hat to school. They're told to take that off immediately.
Those are not kids. And by the way, oh my God, they're gonna start attacking mascots. They're gonna go to football games and be like, we found them, the furries. Okay, no, that's your school mascot. Don't hurt them, okay? They're like, no, we have good evidence. Some of the gay community say that they are bears. Okay. Got him. Okay.
No, there's more. Michelle Evans, who's running for state representative in the Texas House District 136, also joined in on this manufactured culture war. Cafeteria tables are being lowered in certain Round Rock ISD middle and high schools to allow furries to more easily eat without utensils or their hands. I.e. like a dog eats from a bowl. Thank you for explaining that. Thank you for, we couldn't really suss out what was going on here.
The school had to put out a statement saying, our tables can't even be lowered. It's not physically possible. That's not the type of tables that we have. No, right wing in this country has just flat out lost their minds.
They've lost their minds. They've completely lost their minds. By the way, furry community, perfectly lovely community. This is not to hate on them in any way, shape, or form. Schools are not encouraging kids to be furries. Like, this is completely made up, 100% made up. And even Pennsylvania parent faced harassment from several school board members because they thought his kid was a furry. No, I'm not kidding, like people are being harassed. They're yelling at him about his kid being a furry, Amelia McMillan told the Daily Beast. The group cited an email someone sent to the board about furries. I heard him say, leave my kid out of this. Two administrators from the school broke up this interaction and shuffled the four aggressors out of the building and then asked the father if he was all right. He told everyone standing there, myself included, that they were calling his child a furry and he asked them to stop.
Look, they've lost their minds. There's reports of people dressing up like animals and other creatures. Seems to be happening near the end of October. And we've got confirmed reports. And then
they go around demanding candy and treats.
Yeah, and they've lowered all the pumpkins and even carved them out. Okay, there seems to be this nefarious plot. It's my opinion that it's nefarious. By the way, it's also real because they actually do attack Halloween.
Yeah,
some of the preachers do, right? And they're like, oh, it's the devil's work, etc. Look, as we mentioned, for adults, there's nothing wrong with being a furry at all. But again, we have to explain simple concepts to the right wing. They're like, oh, it's now they're doing things that I don't agree with and I wouldn't do. Yeah, that's a thing called freedom. The thing that you pretend to care a lot about. You might want to let adults do whatever the hell they want, as long as they're not hurting anyone else. And you might actually want to do research outside of, I saw a post on Facebook.
And by the way, just be a parent. right? So they're so afraid of what what are other students doing? Which, okay, I get it, it's a legitimate concern. I remember students in my high school would show up to school wearing their pajamas, literally. If I put pajamas on, my mom would slap me across the face and be like, get dressed, you're not going to school like that, right? Be a parent. The world isn't as scary as you think it is. Just do your job as a parent, everything's gonna be all right. My mom wouldn't literally slap me across the face.
I was gonna say, don't do that part.
Yeah. No. But what's the right word? Just trying to give you a visual of how strict my mom was. She wouldn't let me leave the house in my pajama pants.
I just literally snorted there.
You did. I didn't want to address it or draw attention to it, but you did. So
look, I'm just trying to empathize with the furry community. That's all. Okay, we're gonna lower this table after the break.
Oh my God.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.